Was supposed to be with us the last time. He got drunk and forgot. But today I got one time for us and brought him here. Ladies and gentlemen, if your heads are not too busy, give it up for my senior brother, Klint the drum. One hand for him now.
Please, play another song. That song can go at the same age. Just play another song. Something recent. Now you can clap that clap. Wait, which song is that? It's a new song. Okay, anyhow. After not even this year. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually not in a very good mood today. Well, before I came here, my friend went to do DNA test because out of the 4 children, he was sure that one is not his own. So he now went to the DNA test. Found out that he is not even the child of his own father. So the problem is even started from his own family. He doesn't know his father now, as we are speaking. So it's now that means as it's not his father's son, the children are not the children of his the children are not the grandchildren of his grandfather, making him not to be the father of the children, even though he's the father of 3 and he's doing DNA of 4. I hope we are all getting confused here. Because my aim is to show you how confused this country is. This is where we are now. It's like when I heard some people say, oh, what you call it? Protest. You do protest. People. Some people are like, yeah. Some people are like, no. Some people. We are confused in this country. Let us continue in the confusion. So that man is no more the father of the grandfather's children. Okay, now I'm confusing my own self. That was not my plan. And I've been hearing a lot of things. So many people have come here. Please put your hands together for the comedians that perform. Wonderful comedians. The lady comedian came and she talked about some things about women, talked about women. I have come to a confusion. I've come to a conclusion. Men and women are not equal. We are not. Whether you like it or not. Men and women are not equal. There's nothing equal about us. Think about it. A woman can cheat in front of her man. Yes, comfortably. But a man can never try the same thing. See, the same thing. Do you know, I'll bring the same issue that a woman can do. You as a man, if you try it, thunder in Hamatan. Let me give you an instance. A woman can cheat in front of her man like this. Sorry, can I use your phone? This phone. iPhone, Samsung, Galaxy A7 by Techno. How many companies do one phone? Let me show you something. A girl can easily store her girlfriend's name, her boyfriend's name. A girl can store her boyfriend's name as Angela. So when Angela comes, it is a man. Her guy is sitting there. She will pick the call in front of the guy and be like, oh my God, hello IG. Oh my darling, sweetie, how are you? Kelvin now comes and it's your girlfriend. You pick the call, put in your ear and say, sweetie, as a man, It's not possible. You can never try it. Girls can do a lot of things and get away with it. That's why a girl can, see, there are too many things a girl can get away with. As we are look at this, see, like, except for that girl that keeps bringing people in. I know the men that brought her here the first time, she ordered for so many things. Because the men went to pee. Now that she's the one bringing people in so that she can pay for what they eat. The man, the guy here is already laughing because he knows it's a true story. I know how many of the referees here that have been dropped, they are working hard to pay up for calamari. You know, when you come to a place like this and you order for something, see if you cannot spell it, don't order it. I want to add calamari. I want calamari. You don't even know what calamari is. The closest thing you know to calamari is calamari lotion. Calamari lotion. And you're here ordering calamari. Do you know but that calamari lotion, when we were small, they used it on us. See what our parents did to us when we were small. I don't know about you people, but my parents were the worst. My father fathered me, my mother mothered me, all of them, they did terrible things. My mother, when we were small, my father's slap was terrible, but we could condone it because his father's slap. But my mother's slap was the worst. Because my mother, when my mother slapped you, she will expect something, she will expect the impossible from you. My father will slap you from one language to another language. Slap you back to the previous language. I'm Igbo. And my father will slap me from English to Igbo. Slap me back English. I won't even know I'm changing language. Where did you go to? Daddy, I went outside. Oh, you went outside? No, I just went outside because I heard a sound. Tawai! Can you remember? Tawai! That was now when I came back. And by the time I came back, you were back. I won't even know I'm changing language. That's my father. But my mother would expect impossible from you. To tell me, what did you watch the plate? I was watching TV. Oh, you are watching TV and you did not watch the plate. Power! If I hear, you see your mother's mother you too. And then I'll be holding the lamp, they cry will be coming up, I'm holding it down, it's coming up, I'm holding it down. As you're trying to do the thing, because the speed of holding up and bringing down will be vibrating, you'll be sounding like generator that one of the plug has spoiled. You'll be sounding like this. You're trying to start, you're trying to end it. Just moving like that. Then next thing she'll now look at you and say, hey, yeah. And let me tell you, hey, yeah is the worst thing you want to hear under that condition. Hey, yeah can make the second plug to burst. The carburetor will hit. In fact, you will nearly explode. Immediately you hear, hey, yeah, from normal, you will now start. You're holding it. Next thing she will now tell you the impossible thing you have to do. Or you come and tell me what you were. How can you tell anything in that condition? You cannot talk. I will not try to talk. The day I tried to talk, my mother, my father, even God did not understand what I was trying to say. Because all that came out of my mouth was that volcano was erupt. I'm telling you. That's why, in fact, since that time I knew I was small. But that was when I knew that the heart of man is deceitful and desperately wicked. But the heart of woman is worse than that. Because for my mother to do such a thing, no wonder to kill someone is called murder. Just like murder. He was close to killing me. Do you know, I won't lie to you, my father is stronger physically. But I used to fear my mother more than my father. Because my mother will use emotional blackmail. She'll beat you and cry with you. I ask you a question. Have you seen what you made me do to you? How can you ask me such a question? You are the one doing it to me. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm telling you. I still don't understand. Oh my God. In fact, you look at me now, product of my mother. I'm telling you, so many things that happened that time when we were small. One day, I just decided to go and pick meat, ordinary meat that they were frying. My mother was frying. She fried meat. Do you know the worst thing you can do in your life is try to steal beef? Steal chicken, no problem. Steal any other thing. But you see beef, don't try it. Beef is the only meat that retains the hotness of the oil inside. And then, the more you chew, the bigger it becomes. If you have ever stolen meat before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I went there to the kitchen. She just fried meat, brought it out, put new one in the fire, and went into the kitchen and moved in immediately. Sharply enter the kitchen, collect this meat, threw it up because you know it's hot. So you have to be wise. If you hold it, it might burn your hand, you shout, ah! Then they'll know that something is going on there. So you throw it up, catch it, throw it again, catch it, throw it again. The air will cool the outer layer. But I never knew that the inner layer did not receive the air of the outer layer. So as I held it, and my plan was to bite some, and you know those days, Momsi can cook meat to be so, and when you bite some, that is sweet, stolen meat. Very sweet, bros, try it. When you hear, or even if you are the one frying the meat, steal it from yourself. Very sweet. That's one that when you bite it, this is the way you chew it. You don't chew it. No, you chew it like this. Smoke will be coming out of your mouth. You feel that you are in UK. Once you bite, I now wanted to bite it. Immediately I heard my mother. I heard her footsteps. She was coming back. Why? Ordinary meat. You cannot give me 5 minutes to thief one and chop. She was already on her way back. I wanted to take the back door and go downstairs. My father was coming from there. So I look, danger from here, trouble from here. I carried the full beef, put in my mouth. As I put it in my mouth and bite, you know that oil inside that has not cooled down. The oil came out from this meat. It just came out. I felt the inside of my mouth fry like the other meat in the fire. I had the thing fried my mouth. I held it. I did not want to shout. I chew it. The idiot beef started growing bigger and bigger. Like the Incredible Hulk. Growing bigger in my mouth. My father was approaching. Mother was approaching. I just decided to do the only thing a normal person would do. Swallow everything. As I swallowed, my throat was too small. Women, when they try, all these women like swallow meat and bring it out, swallow it again and bring it out. I hate you people. Only once in my life, I tried to swallow meat. As the thing reached here, it was frying this whole area. My throat was feeling like a restaurant. My eyes were coming together. I did not know how I was feeling. I was losing life slowly. As I was swallowing, the thing did not agree. Next thing, my mother came and looked at me. As dark as I was turning red. My mother was like, "Are you okay?" I could not answer yes because there was something blocking where I would answer from. So I just nodded. As I tried to leave, I collected a bottle of water, a cup of water. At that time, there was no bottle. Collected a cup of water, drank it for the thing to go down. The water hung on top of the meat, causing more distraction. As at a point, I could not help it. I was pushing the thing to go down with my own hand. No way. Try. Somehow, luckily, miraculously, the thing went down. But I went straight to my mother and I reported myself. I could not help it. I reported myself. Go to London. Let me give you tips of how to go to London next time, so that you don't suffer what you suffer now. I bet when you were going, you carried your clothes that you wear there. And when you got there, those clothes, the way you folded them to go was the way they came back with you. Our weather and their weather is not the same weather. This is your t-shirt and what you're wearing now. If you wear it there during winter, they will bring full ice block back home for us to bury. So the best way to travel to UK, don't go with any clothes. Go and buy food stuff. Stock fish. I know some people are learning now. Process, I heard when he was talking that you've never really traveled like that. Unless you're just leading me more. Because I think I saw you once when I was traveling. It was you, right? I saw you once, yes. But it wasn't England. I think it was Togo. Been to Togo before. He has traveled, but not very far. So now, when you go there, one stock fish of 15,000 a year, guess how much it is there? That 45 pounds. You're learning now. Pack money, go there, sell it and buy the clothes you will wear. That's the idea. And you know the code there is not the normal code. I don't know which period did you go. Summer. They say this. Believe them, it's really summer. And you were cold, right? But they were telling you no. Then I used to tell them, don't tell me that. How can you say this cold is summer? You people are lying. They are not lying. I went to UK and went. At the airport, they deported 4 people. Why? One of them, when he was going, they told him, when you get to the point of entry, tell them you are here as a tourist. Tourist. When he got there, cold did not allow him. He was I'm here as I'm a terrorist. I'm a terrorist. The guy, you know, when they are deporting you, the plane you use in going is 6 hours. Deportation is 45 minutes. Once the plane fly up like this, under 45 minutes, next thing you hear, like magical, the next thing you hear is, ladies and gentlemen, final descent to airport. You will never hear everything they are saying. Only small things you hear. The last person they deported, he was complaining that we were saying 45 minutes, but it was 30 minutes in his own calculation. I'm telling you. And if you have children, you want to raise your children in the abroad, safe journey, enjoy. My friend, Mr. Alfred, took his wife and children and kept them in the abroad. You now, after some time, you went there to go and visit them. Ordinary visit. As he sat down in the living room, he's the one paying rent, paying everything. Mortgage, they call it mortgage there. He paid mortgage, paid their school fees. He went to the living room, sat down, was watching TV. His son of 6 years old entered the living room, collected the remote control, changed it to cartoon. The man looked at him, changed it back. The boy collected the remote, changed it to cartoon. The man said, boy. Immediately, you see, the boy did not even touch phone. My anger is that it was the sound of the gun. They know the sound of man conking child. They know the sound. So the man said, all he did was police. Immediately, 2 helicopters, 14 police vehicles. They took him to police station. The wife went, knelt down and begged, saying, no, it's just, he doesn't know. Please, just warn him, let him off on a warning. He paid a fine. And they let him off on a warning. See, touch this child again. He now went there, he sat down, relaxed. Next thing, the boy, we went there, the man just in the house, he was just there. Next thing, police just came. Up. You opened the door. He said, sorry, sir. Well, you got to come down to the station for us. You know their own English. Sometimes as if they're trained to go when they're talking to you. Oh, Mr. Sales, what are you coming down to the station? He said, sorry, slow down. What are you saying? Come down to the police station. What are you report against you? Report against me on what? I'm sitting down. Since that day, you people released me. I was sitting in one place. I'm not even back. He said, sorry, sir, I don't know what about that. What's wrong with the police station? When he came out, they even had coffee. Go to police station, they asked, what did I do? They say, your son reported to us and said that he doesn't know what his father does for a living. But he will sit down and money will come and he will pay from the same boy. The man had to bring evidence of all his company in Nigeria, everything he's doing, all the business, to prove to police, so that police can prove to his son that he's not a drug dealer. After that, this man said, okay, same to me if you fool me the first time, same to me if twice. Because if you enter the third one, he'll be your day. He said, no problem. He now went and started talking to the children. He asked the children, do you know where I live in Africa? They said, no. He said, I stay next to the Lion King. The children were like, bros, do you want me to end the joke here? Or do you want a lap dance? I can follow you so I can hold it for you. Bros, shit back. You know you do skit. Before you skittishly collect this one. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you have this kind of thing, bring it here. Let me get rid of it for you. The other place I went to, they told me that, Klint, you guys don't need this kind of... I need it! I need it more than you. Wait to pause. I thought they'd beat my pocket, but I found it. So, where did I stop?
I need it.
You need it. You will not have it. This man told the children, I stay next to the Lion King. The children, you know, Gen Z children. Are you serious? He said yes. In his mind, he said they play. He now told them, guess what? He said, what, daddy? For the first time, they call him daddy. I have the driver, the person that drives me around is a chimpanzee. His name is Magnus. He said, Daddy! He said, yes. Do you know the cook is a crocodile? He will just stand like this, he's cooking with the apron and the tail is on the floor, and he'll be hitting the tail on the fridge. is washing the dishes, and they say, Daddy! He said, yes, my kids. Don't worry. He left them like that. One day, one of the sons came and said, have you ever met Timon and Pumbaa? He said, wait. The man brought out his phone. They must be singing in the jungle. But normally I talk with them. We chat. The children were like, okay, Daddy, you win. Africa is the best. He left them after another 1 week. He just came to where they were. Who wants to go to Africa? Daddy! He said, hey! They are going to Africa. He did their passport, did everything. They got ready, collected everything. They entered plane. As they entered plane, the first child was here, the second child was here, the third child was on the other side. He sat there, kept quiet. Are you okay? Yes, Daddy. And what about you? Yes, Daddy. Okay. Aeroplane taxi. You know he cannot do anything there. If you take off or if you are taxiing, you do anything, they can stop the plane. If they take off and they are still in the airspace, they can stop the plane. But once they are past halfway of the journey, anything you do, they must get to the destination before anything can happen. And destination was not even Lagos. It was Owerri. Owerri, so say straight direct flight. As they were flying, the man he didn't know when he slept off, because for the first time he's relaxed. Slept. Then woke up when they started that same announcement. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday. Some Papa Airport to worry. You guys say that, he didn't call them the English. Yes, Daddy. America, yes, Dad. They shouted, "Wow!" You know, inside the plane, there's this aeroplane people. What do they call them? The security. Air Marshal. Air Marshal that came from UK, from the US, sorry, with them. The Air Marshal came, say, how dare you do such a thing to children? This and that. They shout. The man was like, anything you want to do it. They handcuffed the man. The man kept quiet. They landed at the airport. The man did not say a word. The children continued crying, even when the cry had finished. You know that cry those days, that maybe somebody did something bad to you in the morning, you cry, then the cry finish. Then when your parents are coming back, you will now start the cry again. But that cry doesn't have steam. You just continue, so that they will know that something happened when they were not around. They continued that cry till they went to where immigration police, they handed them over. They now asked this man, what happened? He said, these children, they locked me up. Because of number one, because of remote control. Second reason, the boy said he does not know what I do for a living. They locked me up. So in the plane, on our way back, I conquered them. The police said, correct. So they thought to the children, why did you? He said, can you imagine this man? He just gave me a knock on my head. I said, so? That's it. He gave me a knock on my head. Why would he do that? Because he's your father. So the thing is, what really happened? Why did they handcuff him? He gave me a knock on the head. He said, Ordinary cough. Do you know what they use in training us? The policeman was saying it's removing his belt. He said, because of that, that's why you want to disgrace your father. Oh yeah, lie him down. They laid him down. When after 16 strokes, as I speak with you right now, Nnamdi is selling gala around Mpo Junction. Emeka is learning how to do spare parts business. His guy is refusing to settle him. Nnamdi Emeka do not have American English accent anymore. If you hear Nnamdi speak, you will know that he is pure Motu. I'm telling you, they've lost everything. So if you want to take your children abroad and train them there, you're okay, no problem. But for me, Nigeria is one of the best places to train a child. Do you know how we do it? Do you know what happened when we were in school? There was no tribe I did not experience. And how someone taught us government. You can imagine. That's why I understand Buhari government. And Ausama, all the people in Nigeria, I don't know that we were not people, we were people. Yoruba man taught me home economics. All the age factor problem. You need hair on your hair. But the worst was the Igbo man that taught us English. Igbo man used Igbo to teach us English. Capital A, small a, capital B, small b. You come out and be shouting, A na wayaye, B na wayaye, C na wayaye. What is a wayaye? And the man's name, Mr. Lawrence, and he had L and R problem. Mr. Lawrence teaching us English language. Lawrence, 1 L. English language, 2 L. And then he wrote on the board, a lorry is running along the road to teach us. He came into the class and said, hello class, my name is Mr. Lawrence. I'm here to teach you English language. Everybody say English language. And he now went to the board and said, Oyalebi after me. The rally is learning around the load. That's how we carry load to leave the class. The worst of all of them was one man that now came to our class. I don't know his tribe or tribulation. He came and he was teaching us. What's his name? His name is Mr. Samson, 2 S. Teaching us social studies. That has 3 S. And he has whistle problem. So he came to the class, wrote his name and said, hello class. My name is Mr. Samson. Everybody say Samson. How do you even say? Say, I'm here to teach you social studies. Till today, sometimes when I'm somewhere, I'll be here in my brain for no reason. Even the day we caught this man sleeping, he was still snoring with whistle. Sometimes if he talks a word that does not end with S, he will dash you one whistle for free. Hello, student, bring that chair over here.